Macbeth by William Shakespeare. In this play, Macbeth, a loyal subject of King Duncan, is given a prophecy by the Weird Sisters that he will become king. He immediately writes a letter to his wife informing her of the prophecy. Upon reading the letter and learning about the prophecy, she begins to convince Macbeth to kill Duncan and become king himself. We begin with Lady Macbeth reading the letter containing the prophecy. They made themselves into air, into which they vanished. These weird sisters saluted me and referred me to the coming on of time with, Hail, king that shalt be. This I have thought good to deliver thee, my dearest Lady Macbeth, that thou mightst not lose the dues of rejoicing by being ignorant of greatness as promised thee. Led to thy heart in farewell. Glamorous thou art and coward, and shall be what thou art promised. Yet I fear thy nature. It is too full of the human kindness to catch the nearest way. Thou wouldst be great, art not without ambition, but without the illness that should attend it. O hie thee hither, that I might pour my spirits in thine ear, and chastise with the valor of my tongue all that impedes thee from the golden round, which fate and the metaphysical aid doth seem to have crowned withal. O come, you spirits that tend on mortal thoughts, fill me from crown to top toe of direst cruelty, make thick my blood, and stop the excess of passage to remorse. Come, thick night, and pall thee in dungeon smoke of hell, that my keen knife see not the wound it makes, nor heaven peep through the blanket to the night to cry, Hold! Macbeth, thy letters have transported me beyond this ignorant present, and I feel now the future in an instant. My dearest love, Duncan comes here tonight and goes hence tomorrow as he purposes. Oh, never shall sun that morrow see. Your face, my Thane, is a book wherein men may read strange matters. To beguile the time, look the time. Bear welcome in your eye, your hand, your tongue. Look the innocent flower, but be the serpent under it. He that's coming must be provided for, and you shall put the night's great business into my dispatch. Only look up clear. To alter favor ever is to fear. Leave the rest to me. If it were done, then 'twere well it were done quickly. But first I am his kinsman and his subject, strong both against the word and deed. Then as his host, who should against the murderer shut the door, not bear the knife myself. Besides, this Duncan hath borne his faculties so meek, hath been so clear in his great office, that his virtues will plead like angels, trumpet-tongued against the deep damnation of his taking of. I have no spur to prick the sides of my intent, but only a vaulting ambition, which o'erleaps itself and falls on the other. Duncan has asked for you. Know you not he has? We will proceed no further in this business. He hath honored me of late, and I have bought golden opinions from all sorts of people, which should be worn now in their newest gloss, not cast aside so soon. What was the hope wherein you dressed yourself? Hath it slept since, and wakes it now to look so green and pale? When you durst do it, then were you a man, and to be more than what you were, you would be so much more than man, nor time nor place did then appear, and yet you would make both. They have made themselves, and now their fitness now does unmake you. I have given suck, and know how tender it is to love the babe that milks me, and yet I would, while it was smiling in my face, dash the brains out, had I sworn he'd be such a coward as you. But if we should fail, we fail. But screw your courage to the sticking place and will not fail. When Duncan is asleep, whither to the rather his day's hard journey shall soundly invite him, his two chamberlains will eye with wine and wassels so convenience, that memory, the word of the brain, shall be a few, and the receipt of reason a limerick only. When in their wine is sleep, their drenched natures lie as in a death, what cannot you and I perform on the unguarded Duncan, and what not upon his spongy officers, who shall bear the guilt of our great plell? I am settled, and bend up each corporeal agent to this terrible feat. Away, mock time with fairest show. False face must hide what false heart doth know. Go, bid my mistress when my drink is ready, she strike upon the bell. Get thee to bed. Is that a dagger I see before me? The handle toward my hand. Come, let me clutch thee. I have thee not, and yet see thee still. Art thou not fatal vision, sensible to feeling as to sight? Or art thou but a dagger of the mind, a false vision proceeding from the heat-oppressed brain? I see thee yet, in form as palpable as that which I now draw. Oh, thou marshal me the way I was going, and such an instrument I was to use. Mine eyes are made the fool, or all other senses are else worth all the rest. I see thee yet, and on thy blade in dungeon gouts of blood, which was not there before. No, there's no such thing. It is the bloody business which informs us to mine eyes. O thou sure and firm set earth, hear not my steps, which way they walk, for fear thy very stones will prate of my whereabouts. The whilst I threat he lives, words to the heat of deed too cold breath gives. The bell invites me. I go, and it is done. Hear it not, Duncan, for it is a knell that summons thee to heaven or to hell. What hath made them drunk hath made me bold, and what hath quenched them hath given me fire. Hark, peace! I have done the deed, but that the guard did wake each other. I stood and heard them. But they did say their prayers and commend them again to sleep. One cried, God bless us, and amen the other, as they did see me with these amen hands, listening in their fear. I could not say amen when they did say, God bless us. These things must not be thought after, so it will make us mad. But wherefore could I not pronounce amen? I had most need of a blessing, and amen stuck in my throat. You do unbend your noble strength to think on so ransomed things. Go, get some water, wash this filthiness from your hand. Why did you take the daggers from the place? They must lie there. Go and smear the faces of the sleepy grooms with blood. I'll go no more. I cannot bear to think on what I have done. Look on it again, I dare not. Infirm of purpose. Give me the daggers. The sleeping and the dead are but as pictures. 'Tis the eye of childhood that fears a painted devil. If you do bleed, I'll smear the faces of the sleepy grooms with blood, for it must seem their guilt. Knocking. Oh, how is it that every noise appalls me? Oh, what hands are here? Let them pluck out mine eyes. Will all great Neptune's ocean wash this blood clean from my hand? No, my hands will rather the multitudinous seas incarnate, making the blue one red. My hands are of your color, but I shame to wear a heart so white. Knocking at the south entry. Retire we to our chamber. Hark, we're knocking. Get on thy nightgown. This occasion show us in cause to be watchers. A little water clears us of this deed. How easy is it then? Your constancy hath left you unattended. Be not so poorly lost in your thoughts. To know my deed, 'twere best not to know myself. Wake, Duncan, with thy knocking. I would thou couldst. Thank you.